whole purpose. Let's hear. Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to another one of my tutorials. In this video I wanted to go over and create a meditation track from scratch, and I'm trying to bear and choose only FL Studio stock plugins, whether generators or effects. So let's begin. I suggest that before consuming this video tutorial, I expect you to have some knowledge about FL Studio fundamentals and FL Studio basics of how it works and its main windows and workflow. So aside all this, let's start. I have saved my project on my desktop, and you can decide where you want to save your project before doing anything. And it is being done from here. File and save as, and you can decide after that where you want to put it. Mine is over here. It's in desktop inside of a folder called FL Studio, and inside this FL Studio one folder is called Projects, YouTube and Meditation 01 with FLP zip. And this is the FLP. This is the FL Studio project file. And inside these three other folders, which the number 1 is for my samples, number 2 is for stems or track lines separated, the third folder is going to get used for final renders, whether MP3s or WAV files. So that's that. After saving your project, we are going to set our tempo to a low value. Let's go with around 90. I think that would work. And let's create a pattern. I'm not sure about what sound I'm going to be using. It's just all experimentation. So I'm just going to right click on this and choose this option. So it does not ask me any name for the pattern. I'm just going to hold down my middle mouse wheel, and then while I'm holding it down I right click and choose this option. So that's that. Let's load up our pattern. I'm just going to go over and see what's going on in the presets, so that if you are an FL Studio user, my FL Studio is FL Studio Producer Edition All Plugins Edition, and I'm using it on Windows. So if you are using all plugins editions as well, you have access to basically all of the plugins that they are providing to you. If you don't have access, I suggest that you go on imageline.com. This is the company that creates this software, software that we are using, which is called FL Studio. Head over there, and in their shop web page, check out the differences between the different editions that they are putting out. The first one is Fruity Edition. This is somehow a basic edition. The next one is Producer Edition. This one might be okay for you, but you might not be able to use some of the plugins which I'm going to be bringing up. The next edition is called Signature Bundle. and the last one is all plugins, which is my version. Yes, let's load up a plugin by clicking on plus, and let's go with GMS and see what's in it. Before signing it, routing it to a mixer track, I just bring down its volume just to prevent some shocking sounds, sound volume. I'm just going to trigger and send MIDI to see how it sounds. Let's hear it. So this sound does not serve us for creating uh, meditation tracks. Let's see instead in pad and textures. With these two arrows you can navigate in the bank of pads and texture. So this is cool, this could work, but let's see what's in it, what other presets. Let's go instead with this one. I just liked it. Let's write a pattern for it. For seeing the scale of the sign, just click over here, hit VSS on your keyboard, then hit enter, and then put this on D by right clicking, and then again right click on this Aeolian to set your scale on D minor. So I'm just going to write here also in the project info that the scale is D minor. Let's continue. I think this is still fast. Let's bring this even more, much more lower. Let's extend this note and let's make an 8-bar loop, a new pattern, and let's clone this sound and see what we can find. So this is I think this could work. Go on number 6 Wise Labs and choose the Bell Indian, number 29. I'm not going to be writing a pattern for it, but I'm just, because I want to keep it. Let's clone this channel and see what other sounds we can put aside to continue creating our track. Let's put this below this pattern and see how it sounds all together. I feel that the sound here is low, and so what I'm going to do is just to bring it up using just Fruity limiter, just to boost this gain around 5 dB. How I know it is 5 dB, it is showing me here in the hint panel. Yes, this is it. I'm just going to link these to my tracks. Let's load up a sound of a flute. If you have access to this plugin, choose it and try to search for the sound of a flute. Yes, flutes are over here. So let's write something random for our flute. bring down this volume, and let's see what else we can find in the string section. Or let's go with the winds at first. I think this could be better than this Sakura sound. Yes, I think that the core elements have been laid down, and we have got a solid idea, in my opinion, and this is sounding great. So I'm just going to hold down shift and roll my mouse wheel to get these organized and all together. And then let's see what else we can add to our song over here to make it even more interesting, to add a little bit of detail and a little bit of taste. Basically, we just go ahead and use flex again. Let's hear the track. I'm just going to press play, and since I have chosen this up to this point, it will just go on and on, and so we can just experiment with it in a separate window, in our window over here. Let's randomize the velocity of this section. Hold down Control A on your keyboard and then choose this option again from the drop down menu from over here, or hit Alt R and then manipulate the pan. Let's give it some more interest and more variation by manipulating this pan. Make sure this is turned on, this bipolar, and hit accept. I think this is so cool. Let's add a very low and almost aggressive type of sound with this plugin, which is called Sour. Let's explore these sounds and see, and you will see what I mean. Let's before that have a look at Flex again, because the sounds provided over here is much more natural, sounds more natural. Let's see how this sounds. What I did just to lengthen the track, lengthen the notes, I'm holding down Shift and dragging. If you want, we can also lower the tempo even more, just to make the atmosphere somehow sound more heavier and much more lower, and so that the listener could feel somehow drowned in the atmosphere of the track, and can go deeper into thinking. After applying this effect, we want to make sure that it does not have any phasing issues, and what it is just basically you want to drop a wave candy by selecting your master track. You can also put it on your master track. This was basically called master, but I did rename it over here by right clicking, and you can give it a name. Yes, this is showing us that it was master name. I called it stereo out. You want to drop a meter, and how you can do it is just by clicking and choosing this plugin, Wave Candy, and this is it. And this is what you want to arrive ultimately. So what you can do is just to create your wave candy like mine, to see its phase events of the sounds. It's just basically to bring this down and then choose this vector scope over here. And also what you want to do is just to bring this down, just for making it more beautiful, and drop this down and then increase the color. Yes, this is how you can arrive. And also what else you need to do is just to right click on this and make sure this auto mode is turned off. You can also turn it off over here, and you close this window. And what it does is just to locks this plugin only to this mode. We want to see the sounds most of the time in the center. We don't want to see it like this. We want to most of the time see it like horizontal, not vertical, because vertical is a huge problem. So let me show you what else we need to check out for. Let's delete this wave candy because I had one. I just wanted to show how you can create yours. So this is also another translation of these phase issues. We don't want this active line, this active green meter passes through 0 and goes to that way, to -1. We just want activities over here. And so since we are seeing it is happening, we need to manipulate our stereo imaging of our wide sounds. So over here it shows a stereo separation and it says original. We want to merge it. Click and hold up with your mouse. Yes, most of the issue has gone, and it was because that sound was problematic. Let's bring up the sound back. For the mixing decisions, I need to tell you that we are just going to put echo, this plugin, on each one of the sounds and remove the low frequencies from them. Depending on their the sound in which we need to see, do we need the low frequencies of that sound or not? Because if we do not do this, all of the low frequencies of each one of the sounds in the project will add up, and this could get the project problematic. And so this is the main reason we don't want that happen. And so what we need to is just to hear them and just remove the frequencies by bringing this line down. Let's see what I'm doing, and I'm sure you will understand. On this one I did the exact opposite. Why? Because this sound is consists of low frequencies, and we actually need to have that and maintain this sound and this section. But in the other sounds we don't want low frequencies, because this is our low. This is the low of our track. what I did on just on this track, which sounds like sitar, um, I just dropped a fruity delay too. This comes with FL Studio. I just put this on ping pong mode, and this causes the feedback of the sounds just goes up to the from left to right and vice versa. You can define it over here by manipulating this pan. This is an abbreviation of the panorama, and I did put this on left. I just decreased the input volume of the sound which I want to affect with this plugin basically, and this was it. I'm just satisfied with the time, and I'm just let it be. Let's hear, and also I'm just going to put an echo also on this one, because we want to see if there are any low frequency events. Yes, we can see over here, so we don't need that. We just want to hear the 320 Hertz and higher frequencies of this sound. So we just let it be with this graphical EQ or equalizer. Let's hear the track, and then we're just going to have a look at mastering the track, and just a light mastering, and I'm just going to show you how to export, and I'm just going to be wrapping up the video. If you are watching this video up to this point, I just wanted to thank you, and let's continue. Choose this line mode on your master track and drag it down to make the high frequencies a little bit dull and dark. This 1 and 2 can be on your master track. I just basically what I did was just to create this is my template. I have created and routed all of the tracks to mix bus, and this is going to track 1 and 2, and this number 2 is just the rest of number 1. I just created some previous stage before all of the tracks go to my master track, but you can put all of the plugins which I'm dropping on 1 and 2 on your master directly. That's the point that I'm mentioning. So what I have over here is a blood overdrive. This is a saturation plugin. I just wanted to give the track, the overall project, some saturation, and I did apply post filter. You want to make sure that this is turned off, because it is destroys the sound, and you just want to make sure that this is turned off, and crank up the preamp. And this echo I just mentioned right now, we just want to make the higher frequencies darker. This soft clipper is just to level the track and to tame the level of the volume of the track. And then in the end we have this limiter, which we did increase its gain, but we do not need it anymore, because we just used this fruity clipper. And if I load up the limiter and this clipper, if we want to make the volume of this track almost equal to a standard level, we can crank up the gain over here instead of over here, because we do not want to push the sound past through this line, because it squashes the sound and it makes it sound unnatural. And so you can also do this multiple times. You can drop another soft clipper, or just use other forms of gain staging plugins, such as this one, GClip. This is also free, but this is not inside FL Studio. Go on your browser and type this website and you can download it over there. And about how you can use third-party plugins in FL Studio, there are a lot of video tutorials out there. You can also read the manual by choosing help and selecting this option. And make sure this is turned on and crank up the gain. Let's see what's happening in our limiter. Yes, this has arrived to a point which we do not want it to happen. So I'm just going to be clipping these peaks, so that in this stage, after it arrives to the limiter, it does not pass through the line. This is the whole purpose. Let's hear. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, hit subscribe, and if you did like what you saw, hit like, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Thanks.